Hi chat, welcome to the stream. How y'all doing today? I know usually we wait a little bit longer before we start, but I figured I'm here. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. So let's stream. Or at least let's not wait out the 5 minutes of starting soon. Anyway, we're drinking oatmeal cookie today. Come on, focus. Ta-da! Delicious. This is their current seasonal. God, I love this beer. How y'all doing today, chat? The plan for today's stream is to do whatever the day of advent of code we're on. I think it's 4. We didn't have time to do the sqlite stuff yesterday, so we will blah, blah, blah. We will do the sqlite for yesterday as well. And maybe if Kevin shows up, we'll do Jeanne. We'll see. We will see. But AO, cheers, chat. Let me say hi to everyone who is here, and then we will jump into things. Why is my voice funny? Probably because I was out super late last night. With RunCloud. But let me say hi to everyone who's here. Major Tanya and Macapelon were here before the stream started. Looks like Easy Light was first today. Hello, hello. Major Tanya is still here. Drunk Time Lord, good to see you again. Granger, welcome back. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Macapelon's still here. Nice, nice. Kegsit, how's it going? With the Choco Smirk. The Choco Smirk. Fixture Jake is here. Hello to you as well. Major Tony asks, how was Run Club yesterday? It went well. It was snowy. It was pretty snowy. It was quite snowy. It was very snowy. And then so I always meme about Wednesday being our Run Club is just the pre-run for Drinking Club. Well, it turns out one of the bars in Ann Arbor literally has a drinking club and one-time membership for life. One-time membership fee for life. So I'm now part of a drinking club as well. But given how much I spend at the bar, it's gonna pay off pretty quickly. So it's a fun one. Kevin's here. Hello, hello. Easy Light's on a 5-stream streak. Nice, nice. XCase 80 3176. Man, I remember in high school, I would very, very much like every what was it, Monday, Wednesday, Friday they came out. Are they that often or are they once a week? I don't remember. I do remember though. We would all huddle around the school computer in first period of class. I say we, it was like me and like 3 of my friends, and we would read the new XKCD. That was a good time. And the ones where they weren't things that we understood, we would spend like 5 minutes debating what the punchline was, because a lot of it didn't super make sense. But all right, what's 31? What's 3176? Well, we'll look at it together. Inverted catenaries. Oh wow, the first inverted catenary fall of the year. Time to swap out my all-season tires for square ones. What? What? I mean, I understand the square tires, but is that what this shape is called? I'm getting whooshed here. Some tires are marketable as all-shape tires, but if driven in a climate with both inverted catenary falls and triangle falls, they wear out really fast. That's, yeah. Yep, this is the comic of all time. I feel like it doesn't meet the hilarious bar for me though, strongly typed. But I can appreciate the idea. I didn't know that that's what those were called, but now I know. Yeah, oh, also Kevin, since you just got here. We're drinking oatmeal cookie dragon's milk today. The seasonal. Kingsley says always bet the least preferred option in the last 3 seconds. For the stonks. Yes. Didn't get the notification. Clearly, you need to join the Discord and follow the channel. Are we drinking beer? Yes, we are. It's true. Major Tanya says, now that you're here, we might get some Janae. True. Easy Light says, what's a drinking club? The not so anonymous alcoholics, basically. It's like a membership for a bar, basically. A lot of bars do this thing where like you can purchase a mug and get your name engraved on it, and like if you show up with that mug, then you get a discount. This one doesn't have a mug; it's just a discount. You just have to tell them who you are. But the bar knows like all of us by name, so that part's already satisfied. Christopher is not here. Well, you haven't been here in a while, so welcome back. When was the last time you were here? September. Dark Shocks is here. Hello, hello. Kevin's Ground of Beer. Sounds good, sounds good. You caught at the start of a stream. It's true, it's true. And then Explain XKCD happened. I don't think I've heard of that. I don't think I know what that is. But yeah. All right, here's presumably Kevin's beer. Yes. The ale song. Is this the one you had before? It has a rhino on it. I think I've seen this one. Either I've seen you show it or I've had this beer, but man, that looks good. That looks super good. And you've already had a sip. Perfect. Strongly Type says, there was a really cool bar in San Francisco where I went to watch a football game. Football match. That means it's football, I assume, not football. The rest of the world football, not American football. I had so many football merch and flags there. Neat. In San Francisco, where would that be? I think I know the bar you're talking about, but I've never been there. Where was it? Where in San Francisco is it? Oh, you're sending a Yelp link. That's the easiest way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Verify. What the fuck is this? I'm getting Cloudflare verified. Which neighborhood is this? Oh, this is on Haight. Oh yeah, I've been here. I've been here quite a few times. Yeah. This place is pretty chill. I think I'd call it more of a pub than a bar personally, but that's just being pedantic, I think. But yeah, I've been there a few times. Christopher says, thank you for remembering me. You have no idea how many fucking names, Twitch handles are stuck in my head forever. Thousands. My brain is just 2/3 Twitch handles and useless Python nonsense and nothing else. Emma, hello. Good to see you again. Easelight says, I knew that, but more crazy, you could go to the steakhouse where the steak is 80 to 100 euros and buy a knife with your name on it for 80 euros. But you can't take it home. It sits in the restaurant in a display case. Yeah, that's often how the like mug system works too. Like there's a bar sort of near where Run Club happens on Tuesday Sunday that has a mug system like that, and they're all racked on the wall. But I'm not so much of a fan of that bar, but that's what it is. Connie guys, hello. I'm spending my day trying to construct a con environment. Well, that was your first mistake. Yeah, I'm familiar with the like. I can understand the idea of explaining XKCD. I've never. Emma says, whoa, Python nonsense is very useful. It's true. I hope I get the recording for my lecture, because it was all over the fucking place, but I think that was the best part of it, is that it was all over the place. And I showed a bunch of really cool stuff and some neat things. So hopefully that'll happen. Did I bring the hacker glasses? I forgot them. Unfortunately, I forgot them. Also, somebody told me a cursed thing about these, which is... I guess it'll still show up on the stream. Which makes me no longer want to wear them. V Mandarinya, hello, welcome back. How's it going? Cursed JavaScript today? Goliath says cursed JavaScript is an oxymoron. I believe you mean that it's redundant. I believe redundant is the correct word. Oxymoron would mean that it's impossible to write cursed JavaScript, but I think the actual answer is that all JavaScript is cursed. Cunning Guy says I've been trying to convince them to not use conda for 7 years. Yeah. Forgot. I mean, I forgot a lot of stuff. I was gonna bring a microphone. I remembered to bring a capture card, but I don't remember why I brought a capture card, so I just had a capture card. It was yeah, I don't know. But it turns out if I would have brought a microphone, it wouldn't have worked anyway, because they have a specific one for the recording stuff. It replaces uses of null with a maybe monad. Oh no. Oh, it's TypeScript. It's not. Oh no, it isn't TypeScript. This is the fucking like flow type stuff. Ow. Shouldn't have tried to catch a spiky fidget toy with my knees. Terrifying. Wait, which type system is this? Which type system is this, Kexit? Because it doesn't look like TypeScript. It looks like almost looks like the Google one. Anyway, terrifying. Terrifying. Oh, perfect. Automod doing exactly what Automod should do. You look like Smash Mouth too, though. Is that an improvement? Probably. Although, didn't the Smash Mouth guy die? Isn't he dead now? No, he did not die. Also, I don't think I look like him at all. He's got a very pudgy face than I do when I'm more overweight. But okay, he's not dead. Don't worry. Okay. Good afternoon. Me? Also, do you want to see me break my NDA? You want to see me break my NDA? Whoa, I broke my NDA. Whoa. Look at all these things that I don't understand what they are, but I know that clicking that drop down breaks my NDA, so get fucked, GitHub. Okay, what are we doing today? Add Venom code. Toby Maguire, yeah, there we go. You're done. Not that like you would need an NDA to find that information, because you can just look at the JavaScript code for it, but anyway. We're doing day 4 today. Good thing it's not Disney. Yeah, I'd be fucking dead in minutes, right? Day 0, day 4. Ooh, is today the day that we Dijkstras? It may be. It may be. This is looking like a maze puzzle. Is it more mazy if I do this? Sort of, maybe. Oh, interesting. It is only dots and ats. Okay, let's dive into it, baby. Honestly, if GitHub is surprised they didn't really know you very well, yeah. Eric is up to his 2D grid shenanigans. Assuming it starts as 2D, it may actually be 3D. Okay, sample input. Oh, this is Game of Life. I saw the next part. I'm pretty sure this is Game of Life. I'm pretty sure I have a template for Game of Life somewhere. Rolls are arranged in a grid. The forklifts can only access a roll of paper if there are fewer than 4 rolls of paper in the 8 adjacent. Oh, we have a helper for this. In this example, there are 13 rolls of paper that can be accessed. Okay, part 1 is hella simple. Hella simple. Okay. For y line in enumerate s dot split lines. For, I guess we actually do want this here. Enumerate lines, that way we can access them. For xc in enumerate line, if c is equal to at, we just want the ones fewer than 4 in the 8 adjacent. So 1, 2, 3. What about one where there's 1, 2, 3? Does it include itself? 1, 2, 3. I guess this one is 1, 2, 3 also. This one is not though, so that tells us 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think that tells us that it is not including itself. Yeah. Okay. Holla holla we dem boys! Anthony and 3 deep for loops. Oh, we're gonna go so much deeper. Okay, so actually I think we'll do the next part with sound. I don't remember what my helper's called. It's probably called adjacent 8, if I had to guess. Yeah. But it also doesn't do bounds checking, which is interesting. I guess that's fine. We can just do that. For, does it yield Y's or C's? Does it? It takes X and Y. It yields X's and Y's. X, C, Y, C in support dot adjacent 8 X, Y. If 0 less than or equal to xc less than or equal to line 0 and, oh right, we're gonna write this as a total equals some and then yc is less than or equal to len lines, except this needs to be less than. Why did I write less than or equal to? And there is a faster way to do this by just having a map and then incrementing around it and then finding all the ones that are equal. But this will be fast enough. We might need to turn it into a heat map for part 2, but this will be good enough. If round is less than 4, then total plus equals 1. We got total up here. And then return total. Should be pretty straightforward. All right, we get our first gamble of the day. Brainwashed Lolo, how you doing? I will even give you a second holla holla weedem boys. How's it going, holla holla weedem boys? Because I forgot to click on your name. So I definitely said hi to you twice. Slash prediction. Is this correct? We'll give you 30 seconds because it's going to be a quick one. Quick gamble. McCaplan says, I had no idea multiple ifs were a thing in generator expressions. Not only that. I don't know. X, Y. For X in range 5. For Y in range X. You can have multiple 4s also. You can also, damn it. I should have done this in 3.14. You can also, oh, there isn't like a nice way to do this. You can also mix and match them. Because it just compiles it down to a for loop at the end of the day. So they can be reordered. Alright, how did our prediction look? Everyone said yes except for the 5 doubters that put tiny amounts in. The biggest doubter is yes and. Alright, part 1, AOC submit, part 1. Wow, super easy. Believers win. Who put the biggest believe? Brainwashed. Rewarded with 20 points or something like that. Particularly Pythonic, hello, hello. Holla Halloween boy says, I'm good, Anthony. What is your stout of choice today? We're drinking Dragon's Milk. The cookie flavor, limited edition. Except they bring it back every year, so it's not so limited edition. I guess it's more seasonal than limited edition. But Woosa, hello, hello. Major Tanya says tragic. You doubted me with 10 points. You didn't even. Never mind. Annual edition, yeah. Knowledge says, look, with odds like that, no way I'm going to try to put more points in. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Do you like the s'more or less than the s'mores one? This one is way worse than, well, they're both great. The s'mores one is way better. Way better. Way better. Major Ninja says, I doubted with 1 point. Okay. Well, you put even less on the table. Okay, part 2. Wow, we got a star. Now the elves just need help accessing as much of the paper as they can. Once a roll of paper can be accessed by a forklift, it can be removed. Once a roll of paper is removed, the forklift might be able to access more rolls of paper, which they might also be able to remove. How many total rolls of paper could the elves remove if they keep repeating this process? Okay. So I'm punished for not doing the optimization that I thought of, which makes sense. But also, this one is pretty quick to brute force too. Yeah. This one is not terrible to brute force, so we might as well. Well, do we, or no, we'll try and do it the smart way. Especially because I don't have mutable strings. I guess I could make mutable strings. Yeah, you know what, fuck it, we'll just brute force it. I guess it doesn't matter if you remove them all at one time. Oh wait, but probably it doesn't remove them until the end, right? Like, I'm wondering if there may be a more optimal way. No, because you're just removing. It shouldn't matter. This is really just like pruning the fuzzy edges. So it should work the same way. So it doesn't really matter if you mutate while we're iterating. And so that should kind of do that, right? Yeah. All right, we can do another gamble. This day was pretty easy. I feel like yesterday was just more difficult because I was a little brain frazzled and I wasn't braining properly. All right, gamble time. Snanta and the Nels. Cookies and milk. What the hell? Does that taste good as a stout? Yeah. I feel like stouts, like, one of the great things about stout is you can use a lot of like rich sweet flavors with them and they turn out amazing. Like chocolate, coffee, cookies, it's like peanut butter, like delicious flavors. Didn't see what you added. Let's gamble. All right. Kind of slow, but got the right answer, so prediction successful. Choose outcome, yes. I didn't even see what people gambled. I missed it. What was the actual gamble? There were 3 doubters with 10 points in the pot. JJMC put 55k on yes. Damn. All right, so that's day 4. All right, so we didn't finish the SQLite solutions yesterday, so I think we'll start with that. You have too many babbies, JJMC. True, true. This is such a funny title. I kind of want to dial into this, but it's next week. I've been invited to a GitHub insider call that says how we're making GitHub feel fast. Which is something. I might dial into that one. That one sounds kind of interesting. Kevin says, here's my highly unoptimized Genet solution. Well, I can't peek at the Genet if I'm going to implement a Genet later. So I'm going to ignore it for now. Let's go back to day 3 and do some SQL. I think it's actually not terrible to implement this solution. I think it's not terrible to implement this solution. Kevin says, go Burr, going to bed in like 30 minutes. A beer before bed, the perfect combo. Day 3. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try and implement this and then generalize it to part 1 and part 2. Which is that it's just this n that changes. What I do for streams, ew. This is also not terrible to just do because we can just build the string instead of building a list of characters. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 state variables. So actually, this is gonna look pretty gross, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna have a single solution. because we'll just generalize it. We'll do it like that. And let's actually start with 2, because that'll make it easier for us to reason about. Bingham, hello, hello. How's it going? So we have a lot of state here. We have a lot of state here. You know what? We're not actually doing that many slices, so maybe we can save this variable somehow. So we'll have line, we'll have, well, we need chars. Why is line a keyword? There's no way it's actually a keyword. Guess we can call it current. We actually do need position as a number. Do we need anything else? I guess we can say we have best as well. Kickloop says, what are you drinking? We're drinking a stout. We're drinking Dragon's Milk cookie, oatmeal cookie. Trying to min-max on whether I can get away with this many variables or if I need more. Am I solving day 3 in SQL? I'm going to try and solve every day in SQL, but yes, this is day 3. This is indeed day 3. Okay, I think we can get away with that many variables. Let's try and make this work. So we have case. What is our loop? Case pause. When pause is greater than select. You know, it might actually be just really convenient to put the number in here. Even though we're not going to adjust it ever. Just so I have to type less. When nn.pause is greater than nn.n, then empty string, that's kind of our reset. I guess we can also do when nn.current is null. We'll start, we'll cheese the top maybe? No, 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 no. Select n from input. This is chars. Oh, I guess we can say or nn.pause is greater than or equal to nn.n, then empty string. And I guess maybe that means we can just use empty string here. So we don't need this. Beldothis, thank you for the resub. And I didn't even open my stream dashboard. What am I doing today? At 54 months, also I forgot to replay this one, which is that Strongly Typed gifted a sub to Granger. Thank you, Strongly Typed. 54 months, Beldothis, how you doing? Yeah, I don't have a button down today. I need to do laundry. Yeah, 11% stout. Yeah, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Okay, so this is Cares. So this is the case where oh, we need something. We need another iteration variable. It's too cold for unbuttons. It is pretty cold here. God, this is a lot of state. Oh, I forgot we had a weather command, yeah. It feels like -9 Celsius is a pretty chilly. I guess we'll match the original solution. We'll call this I and J. Which means we need another null for now. Kevin says we have -4C right now, so I'm out sunbathing. Ayo. So we only update characters when we get to the end of the string, or the end of where we can look at something. Yeah, I think it only works for the US, unfortunately, Beldothis. Patch is welcome, of course. So we need to check when J is J is greater than or equal to length current minus J is greater than or equal to this thing. Length line minus nn dot n minus nn dot I. I don't think I need the +1. This is kind of our like go on to the next line condition. So I think that might be right. I don't know. Best. Okay, when nn.I is greater than nn.n, we are resetting best. We don't have the luxury of doing this here, I think. Maybe we can. Maybe we do it exactly the same as this. Yeah, maybe we do it exactly the same as this. Let's try it and see what happens. No, that might be a bad idea. Because we sort of do it like this here. So instead of left, I'm making a string. Maybe I should port this solution to what I'm thinking about for SQLite, and that'll make it maybe easier to understand. By doing this. Let me get rid of the plus ones here. Seems not quite right. Let's see why it's not quite right. Oh, that's not what I want. I want you here. Yeah, so that's the problem there. Doing AOC in SQLite? Yes, indeed, indeed. Oh, no spaces, nice. Because of geolocation. I remember now. Oh yes, 44444. Clearly working as intended. I think maybe we... Maybe I don't like this approach. How can I do this differently? I mean, I could port Mumi's solution, which I think is actually kind of elegant, but I think I want to get rid of this here. So where do the numbers live? Sort of at the beginning. So we can use /. Oh, that doesn't work here. Fuck. I could put a funny character on the end of the line, and that would not be a good idea. This is why... This is why... Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is fine? Maybe this is fine. We're just reassigning left repeatedly. And then this is left +1. But we gotta do it in this order. That might have been the bug from before as well. Is that the right one for this? 8, 4, 3, no. 4, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 7, 8. Yes. Sick. Okay. Is this simpler than what I had before? I think so. I think so. It's a lot fewer state variables too. Okay, so let's try this again. Call this line, and we'll just ignore that. We got I and J. That kind of our input variables here. We don't need best. We want left as that. So let's rethink about this. The bot is almost 7 years old now. I've been streaming for a long fucking time, yeah. I'm surprised I streamed without a bot for that long. Really? I guess, wait, no. This year was my 7-year anniversary, so that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know when the initial commit was though. Oh yay, CSS nonsense. Oh, I gotta do it the other way around. Sometimes it's just easier to do it in the terminal. March of 2019. Yeah, I guess I streamed without a bot for like a few months. Weird. Oh, hi, and uptime seem to be the OG commands. True, but uptime doesn't even work anymore. Twitch ruined it for everyone. Okay. That looks good. When J is greater than or equal to I think that's correct. nn.best is not correct though. We have to get a substring at one character. Strings are one index, they're just so pain. I think it's just like this, yeah. Oh, fuck me. Why are they one indexed? I hate this. Oh yeah, follow age is also broken, so it's just removed. Oh wait, uptime still works. It's follow age, yeah, I was misremembering. Oh fuck, this is super annoying. Oh, this is gonna fucking suck to debug. Because oh, you can't see it. I should work on the other screen. This is gonna suck to debug because strings in SQLite are one indexed. At least substrings are. But maybe I just use them 0 indexed and only do the substring as 1 indexed. We'll just do the +1s whenever we have to substring, which is right here. Subster nn dot line nn dot left +1 1. So that's adding a character. Okay, best. When but it's no longer called best, it's called left. When nn.I is greater than or equal to nn.n, then 0, which is what this is. That's the reset. When subster nn.line nn.j +1 1 is greater than subster nn.line nn.left +1 1. Then nn.j I don't know a good way to write this. Nah, I don't fucking know. When it's greater than or equal to, we update it to j. Otherwise, I think we just keep it whatever value it is. Perhaps. And I guess we can just say that it starts at 0. So this will preserve on the first string. Oh, but we don't have null here. Fuck. I guess we sort of have to do that here. Let's just initialize these all as none. As null. We got an initial base case that's hard to optimize out. When nn.chars is null, then, or I guess we do this here. Okay, we got chars left. We got to do line. Then this would just technically get off by 1, but we're just gonna ignore it. So get the line. What other conditions do we have for reassigning line? Happens here. We also need the reset as well when this loops. So that is this condition here, right? Actually, it's really, I think we're just copying these same conditions for the most part. So that's when we get the new string. Otherwise, we need the j loop end. When nn dot j, this one here, j loop end, then we need to substring not nn.rest, but nn.line with nn.left plus 2. Gross. I think that's it. Otherwise, it's just nn.line. Something about MySQL? What was the MySQL thing? Oh, CTEs. Yeah, we're doing CTEs. That's what this is. This would be basically impossible without CTEs. All right, next is I. This one should be easy. When nn.I is null, then 0. That is the first part of this. We also need this part. This is also the same. Or nn.I is greater than or equal to nn.n, then 0. When else do we iterate I? We also iterate I when we get to here. No. Yes. No. Yes. Then nn.I plus 1. Couldn't that push it over the edge? Maybe? I think this is gonna be fucked up. We'll get to that. I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay, J. Case when nn.j is null or nn.j is greater than or equal to nn.I is greater than or equal. Base case. Otherwise what? We need this case here. That also resets it back to 0, doesn't it? I feel like we're actually going to be resetting back to -1, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. For now, I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but we'll get to the debugging portion. Rest. Okay, this part's easy. Oops. So, case when line is null or okay, I think this is the idea. This is not quite right. This is gonna fail at the end. But I'm gonna use the restroom and then we're gonna start debugging. So I will be right back. I will see you in a sec. This button. Hi, back. I'm Dad. All right, let's start debugging this. We need the termination condition, which is a combination of a lot of these expressions. So, how did I do it for day 2? Because I don't really want to think about the fucking, yeah. Kevin says the beer hit me hard. Yo, same. We're a little silly right now. We are a little bit silly right now. I think we actually just need this. We'll figure that out later. And I'm gonna do a little thing, which is headers on. Oh, and small.text. We'll grab the small input. We'll grab the small input. All right, let's see where this shit goes wrong. Syntax, of course. What's this? Oh, it's in a line. Right. Also, let's run it over here so that we edit in the correct panel. Near line 7, thanks. And we, of course, need to change this to small. Okay. So we got our weird null at the beginning. With rest. And then we have nothing in cares. We have 2. Where the fuck does 2 come from? What? Hello, Halloween boy says, how long did it take you to build this IDE? Well, it's not really an IDE, it's more of a shitty text editor. To the standard you wanted. Well, to when it was usable or to when I actually wanted to use it? That's actually a difficult question to answer. Do I have all my stream VODs on this computer? I don't think I do. Yeah, I ran out of space. I want to say it took like a couple of months. I started using it full time before it had syntax highlighting. But that came soon after. I think it was like within 3 or 4 months. We can kind of figure that out by looking at when we got syntax highlighting. Which was March of 2020. And I know I used it for Advent of Code that year. And I know I started it in June-ish of 2019. So I guess about 6 months. Emma says, fun pop quiz, what's the value of invert true in Python? I believe it's... fuck, wait. Is it negative? I feel like it's 0. I feel like it's not false. But like 00001 inverted is actually negative 11110, which is some massive large number. I'm gonna guess it's 0, even though it doesn't feel like it should be. It's -1. Oh, that's tilde false. That makes sense. That makes sense. This is some like large negative. Oh, -2. Why is it -2? Oh, 2's complement. Oh, it is 2 in 2's complement. Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I'd say deprecation warning. Yeah, it's probably the best for that. Well, that's a fucky one. I think my debugging output is confusing me, so I'm gonna select every column except for rest. Which, let's do this. And n, because we don't care about them. Okay, so we start with all the nulls. That's fine. That's great. That's dandy. And then we have no characters. The first one is left. Left is 0. Why did left get incremented here, though? It shouldn't have. Should have stayed at 0 because this is a big boy. When left is null or I is greater than or equal to n, I think I should also reorder these so that I and j are at the front. So let's move those up. Let's put these at the front. Yeah, why is I incrementing? I should not be incrementing. That's clearly our problem. Oh no, this is I. Okay, so this makes sense. I is 0. J is going up. Left should not have gone up though. So let's put a little debug column on this so that we can run random shit here. And specifically, I want to debug this. Seven values for 8 columns. All right. I should put the bug at the beginning instead. So here it's empty string. It almost feels like I shouldn't do this weird null thing. I should actually select the first line properly. Because I think that makes this complicated. I also sort of need to do computation on the first part. Yeah, it's super annoying. Okay, well, we can do that. Let's try that. This has to be empty string. I needs to be 0. J also needs to be 0. Best needs to be 0. And then, or best, left needs to be 0. Line is the tricky one. This is going to be select subster s. It's this thing here. No, this is what we want for rest. That's what this is here. We want this for line. Why is it not highlighted nicely? What did I do? Oh no, that makes sense. I guess it just doesn't know substr as a function. Okay, so then we can get rid of all these is nulls because I think those are throwing things off. We're cooking, we're cooking, we're cooking. Every linter should yell at tilde bool. Yeah. How did you, what made you stumble upon this, Emma? Oh, it's deprecated. Nice. Nice. Good shit then. Oh, that did fit on the line. Oh, whatever. Advent, hello, hello. How's it going? Good to see you. It's been a bit. Although I feel like I mostly see you in Choco's stream. How are things? Learn about it from someone mentioning on the Dixword, the Python Dixword. Oh. Fuck. Near line 7. Oh, I forgot a comma somewhere here. And here. When or. Love that. Made that mistake at least twice. Only twice? Yeah, it's true. No such column nn.rest. Oh, right. This needs to be select. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Reminds me of doing triplets when I was in fucking music classes. Evan says, good, just working and lurking. Sounds good. Hoping your programming will prime me for my programming today too. Nice. Yeah, I'm having fun. We're fucking around. We're having a good time. We're doing some shit. It's good. Oops. Okay, I feel like I am missing something. Select. That feels like that's, huh. Well then what the fuck? What in the hell? Yeah, I don't know why this is updating here. It should not be updating there. So something about this condition is wrong. When the substring of j is greater than this, then we update it to j. Otherwise, just gotta read the fucking code, I guess. Okay, let's bump the limit up. Oddly, I think we're getting close, but I don't think I've fixed all the bugs. Okay. So we never get something bigger. That's good. We put the character 9 in the output. We update I to 1, and we chop off the string. That actually looks great. Why did there string reset here? That shouldn't have happened. Oh, it should have happened. Because we're only doing n equals 2. So we got 98. Okay. Okay. We have an off by 1 here. Which is good. The code helps us figure this out. So that's good. It went to J of 13. So we just need to add 1 to that. We have that condition several times. Yo. Let's remove the limit, see what happens. I think this might be working. Okay. So part 1 was 98, 89, 78, 92, and that is the last one that we get. Okay, so now we just need to figure out what the condition is when this gets put out. I think it's when I is greater than, when nn.I is greater than nn.n. When? What the fuck am I doing? Where? Not when. Greater than or equal to. I guess equals equals would probably be the thing to do. Okay. $357. $357. Let's see what it is for part 2. Not correct. Not correct at all. Oh, god damn it. Why did it work for part 1 but not part 2? That's why we will do the debuggering. Okay, let's go back to the fucky. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so the first one, oh, we should have put chars in here as well. So the first one I feel like is not that interesting. It just builds up repeatedly, and then we're done. That one seems super fine. What do we get for this second one? Why did this end so early? Oh, because there's not that many characters to look at. It's looking at 4 characters because it finds the 8. And it's going to continue to look at just 4 characters. Finds all these 1s. Let's make the limit bigger. And it eventually finds this 9. Did I just look at the wrong number here? That looks right. That looks right. This does not look great. Okay. We have found the fuckery, chat. We have found the fuckery. So what is the fuckery here? So we have nothing here. We find that our best is at 2. And then we do a reset here. And we reset here, we grab the 4, which should be this 4, at position 0, 1, 2. We update I to 1. That looks right. We update J to 0. We update... This is not right. Advent has received a sub from Strongly Typed. Thank you, Drunk Time Lord. I appreciate it. Imagine a button, but there's no buttons today. This number did not get updated. That is our problem. This should be 0 at this point. Should always reset to 0. Why did it not reset to 0? Also, this didn't reset either. Oh no, it did. We got this. Oh. What? This is correct. Like, we took this 4 and then this substring here. Well, this substring here. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 7, 8. So this updated correctly. This did not. So I, J, and left. Left did not update properly. So why? Why did left not update properly? Ah, because we don't have a condition for this. We need a condition for that. And let's look at it now. So we build up this guy. We build up 4, 3, 4, 2. Yeah, that looks right. Those look right. 312191077861 Let's fucking go. Yo. We're gamering out here, chat. Holy shit. God damn. Sheesh. All right, let's see what it does on the big input. Make sure that's correct too. Look at that. Look at that shit. Dude. Fucking sick. Fucking sick. Wow. So good. So fucking good. Do I need this? I feel like this is better than my actual solution. Certainly fewer lines. How fast is the SQLite one? Pretty fast, honestly. I think 160 milliseconds. I mean, even my Python solution is slower. No, it's not. My Python solution is like 50 milliseconds. But it's not bad. Strongly Type says, imagine a button, yeah. Damn, kind of want to do AOC. Just do it, man. It's fun. Mitchell, hello, hello. Sweet. I think my re-Python, actually, this is slower, which sort of makes sense because we're doing a string slice, but I think it's easier to understand, so we're gonna replace my implementation. What? Oh. Why did I run git add? Clearly not braining right now. 3 a.m. and I'm procrastinating, finish my work. Sounds like an excuse! Day 3 in sqlite. Alright, day 4 in sqlite's gonna be messy though. Day 4 is gonna be messy. If you're done these in EPL, I'm not gonna do it in some like shitty weird character language. Need brained enough on the solution, no need to brain on the commit message? Yeah. So how do even day 4 in sqlite? It's like, this is fairly simple. Like, I can think about how to do it with recursive triggers. Yeah, I did day 3 in sqlite. Neo-eno. I've done every day except for day 4 in sqlite. Yeah, this part is super tricky. I'm thinking about part 2 though. I'm thinking about part 2 because part 2 is like a do it until it's done sort of problem, and you can kind of do this with triggers. But triggers in SQLite have horrible performance, and you have to enable like a special pragma to use recursive triggers, and I would need a recursive trigger to solve this. But if we're doing how many updates for... Yeah... The SQLite trigger death... I mean, that's a good way to put it. The SQLite trigger depth really struggles after about 100 deep because it has like weirdly exponential performance. I don't really know why. So doing part 2 its recursive triggers is not a good idea. It's not a great idea. I could do nested CTEs, maybe? Maybe I solve part 1 with a CTE. And then... figure out a way to apply that. Strongly type says, I made a package that's used by a few active projects and people keep sending patches to update to 0.15.x or 0.16. Like they're trying to change your version number. I hate when people do that. That shit drives me crazy. But why? Why are they doing that? Is it just that you haven't made a release and they're like, make a release, here's your version bump? Oh, or your version of Zig. I see. Zig is in Coward's versioning. Nice. Nice. Fucking of course it is. Oh shit, I don't even know how I'm gonna go about approaching this. It's like one idea is to store this as a JSON array and perform updates on it. But that just sounds horrible. It sounds terrible. It would work though. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to rewrite this problem using the heat map approach, which is more efficient than this. The heat map approach being like you draw a grid, and every time you encounter one of these, you increment everything around it. And then it's a lot easier to figure out whether you remove stuff because you don't have to do this loop over and over. The problem is I don't think that actually helps the sqlite solution. Because I still need to represent this somehow. And I think this is probably just going to end up being a really gross sum that I write out. But if I represent it as the heat map, I actually think, well, maybe it is easier. I'm gonna try and rewrite this as the heat map solution and see where that takes us. Cause then you would basically just select where n less than, like I'm thinking in terms of CTEs, and okay, I think that's the idea. We're gonna instead turn this into numbers. All of the ats become numbers. And then you just find any of them that are some small number. And leave these as nones. Yeah, let's try that idea. So let's do part one, but as counts and whatever. Why did I call it null? I'm not gonna use nulls. Hey, what's up, Mr. Swats? But the problem is you have a fucking island. You don't know whether it's there. I guess I will include itself. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing day 4 in SQL. We just did day 3, but I'm trying to theory craft a better way to represent the problem that's easier to port to SQL. And I think what I'm gonna do is count itself. Kevin's going to bed. Well, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. Appreciate you hanging out. Cheers. Ayo, cheers. You're getting up at 5:45. Yeah, go to sleep, my guy. Good to see you, though. Have a good one. Yeah. Okay, so let's make a thing that's... I guess it's really just a counter, right? I swear I had a helper for like inbounds, so I didn't have to do this shit. Like, I know there's a bound thing. Bounds, that takes points though. Inbounds bound. Yeah, I don't super know. You know what? We have this thing. And actually, now that I think about it, we don't need to keep them as 1 because we don't keep anything that's 0. Support.parse chords hash cores. S and wall is gonna be at. Wow, how did I make that typo? So we want len or some. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is the heat map base approach, which I kind of like. This is kind of nice. It's slower and wrong. What? Hello? How? That's not what I expected at all. Zuni, hello, hello. Welcome. How is this wrong? This seems... this doesn't feel like it can be wrong. Parse all the positions out. Well, that's super weird. I guess we can figure out what points are different and then debug it that way. Wrong day. Coding the advent, it's true, we are. We're rewriting this solution to be a little bit different. Just so that it'll be easier to port to sqlite, but apparently I'm struggling with that even. Okay, so we have the 5 points. We figured out what they are. Now we need to figure out why they are. So... we could probably just put the breakpoint here. So we need to figure out, do you exist? Yes. Oh. Oh, I figured out why. So I know we said collections.counter mentioned, but it is what is fucking us, so it is going away. It is going away. Goodbye, counter. Okay. So now we have working heat map solution. It is still slower, which sort of makes sense. What did counter ever do to you? It didn't represent 0 properly. It didn't represent islands. It didn't represent islands. This is gonna be quite annoying. What JSON functions do we have? I know we can, in theory, use a map. Is there like a contains? Not these. Path expressions. So $sign is the identity. .c grabs the key. An unknown key is null. Okay. That might give us enough. So I'm thinking we build a JSON object that represents this. Well, let's do part 2. Which is just, how did I do it for part 1? Or how did I do it normally? So we still have like the part 1 part, then we can do while while any val less than 4 for val in counts.values, which is super slow. But that's okay. Maybe we do it while true. I mean, we can do the same loop as before. While priv equal does not equal total. Actually, the other, this assigns a variable. I didn't run the linter on it. Well, prev does not equal total for kv in, I don't know, we might as well do it like this. I wonder if I can represent the coordinates as just an integer value so that indexing them is easier. No, because we need the whole problem as adjacency, and that doesn't really help us. I'm just trying to figure out what keys I'm going to use in JSON, because you can only have string keys in JSON. I'm thinking too far ahead. I just need to solve this first. This probably needs to not, because we're going to mutate it as we run it. V less than 4 total plus equals 1. We need to do prev equals total. Del counts xy, and then we need to modify everything around it for x, c, y, YC in I'll do it this way. What? I feel like it just deletes everything. Oh, because I didn't put the print in the right place. That's not what I wanted. No, it doesn't delete everything. Why does this delete so much? Let's figure out what things it's deleting that's too much. So it should delete all of these on the first pass, which was the 13 that we saw before. Does it tell us how it approached them? Yeah, it does. So like these are the 13. And then it's deleting 13 again. In fact, it's the same set of 13. So clearly... What? Oh, I have another breakpoint here. Okay, I just confused myself. Okay, so those are the first 13. That sort of makes sense. What did it try and delete the second time? They're different. Line 0, 2. 0, 1, 2, but that should have been deleted the first time. Oh, this is XY. All right, so X. Wait, what? X0, Y1, 4, and 7 got deleted on the first round. 1, 4, and 7. Okay, that makes sense. Second round, X of 0, Y of 2. Yeah, okay. X of 0, Y of 3. Also, yep. X of 1, Y of 5, 6, and 8. 5, 6, and 8. Yeah, that looks good. X of 4, 1. 4, 1, and 6, 1, and this is probably 9, 1. Yeah. 7, 0. Is this one? 8, 3. Is this 12? Okay. That makes sense. That seems right. Let's see what the next one does. Next round it removes 7 of them. Wish there was 13, 12, 7. Yeah, that looks good, I guess. 1, 1, 1, 4. X of 1, so 1, 1. 1, 4. This is 1, 1. X of 1, Y of 1. That's here. Oh, these are the 7. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 4. Yeah, that makes sense. 2, 8. 2, 8. Yeah. And this is the right length, so I feel like it's right. 8, 1 and 8, 2. That's these two. 9, 2. That's this one. And 9, 6. That's that one as well. Okay. Then it removes 5. Which is, yeah. It's these 5. 1, 2, and 2, 1. Trade those two. 2, 5, 2, 7. That's those two. And 9, 7, which I'm guessing is that one. That looks good. So what the fuck? Then it removes 2 rolls. Yeah. 2, 2, and 8, 8. Which is this and that. That looks correct. Then it removes 1 roll at 2, 3. Which is this, which looks correct. 0, 1, 2. Yeah. Then it moves 3, 2, which is here. That looks correct. Then it removes 4, 2. Then it removes 3, 3. And then it's done. Oh, I just didn't update my fucking test. I stepped through the code for no goddamn reason, chat. Oh, son of a bitch. It is faster though. Okay. Okay. So that's interesting now. The question is, am I going to be able to make this something I can transpose into something I can do in SQLite? Easily. I know I can because it's Turing complete, but... I feel like we did a maze problem with SQLite before, and this is kind of like a maze problem, but I wonder if I used recursive triggers for that. And I have no idea how I'm going to be able to find it. All the way back, I guess. So will it tell me if there's SQL in this? I don't even remember. I think not, because we definitely did SQL. Yeah, why does it say 100% Python? Fucking bamboozling piece of shit. Ugh. Ah, love me some CSS. So I think I have to go through every problem. I need to clone them all. No. Careful. So those are, oh, I did clone 2025. We don't need 2025. Okay, so these are all the files we need to look through. Let's just find all the part 2s. What is this doing? This one sort of looks like a similar type of problem, but not quite. Definitely not that one. This is int code. This is warrant code, maybe. No, this is the bags problem. This is the buses problem. This feels like a maze problem. This isn't quite a maze problem. This is more like a... Oh shit. Hold on to your butts, chat. Yeah, this is a... This is a game of life problem. Which, here's adjacent 8. This is almost exactly what we're looking at right now. When new.n. Oh. This is interesting. This is just a for loop for bounding the iteration. Because I knew the bound, so I knew I could cheat it. We do know the bound here, sort of, it's like 10,000, but 10,000 recursive triggers of depth 10,000 does not work in SQLite, and it will not get very far. I seem to remember this one being really slow. But this is the same kind of idea. But we're not going to do it this way. I think we're going to have a row that has a JSON blob as state, and then each thing we're going to turn the JSON blob into a table, run some computation on it, and then turn it back into a JSON blob. Don't tell me you make doc strings. Doc strings are dumb. I don't need doc strings. We know what the problem is because we can figure out what day it is. I know exactly what this is. Like, I can just look at the Python for it. Doc strings are stupid. I'm not adding doc strings. Fuck out of here. Yeah, this is, oh, this is the buses problem. This is, oh yeah. There's no binary to integer in SQLite. So this is me doing manual binary to integer. This is a maze problem. But not quite what we want. Oh, I remember this one. This was just like a big old parsing problem. Wow, we use globs here. This is, I guess, shittier regex. Yeah, this problem was just like a big old parsing problem. And we manually turned it into JSON here. Amazing. Love that. SQLite does not support stored procedures. Everything is trivial with stored procedures. We're not using stored procedures. I don't remember what this one is, but it doesn't help us. This one I definitely code genned because I didn't know about JSON array. Yeah, it's not super helpful. This is one of the oldest ones. This was a recursive triggers one. This is int code. This is before this was super normal to me. Now we just do this all the time. These are some of the first SQLite ones that I did. Yeah, I seem to remember at the end of this, there's a bunch of update statements. Yeah. This is to work around the like catastrophic performance in SQLite recursive triggers. It's just thousands of lines of this. Which is essentially what we're trying to avoid today. Yeah. This one was super easy. Oh, because I just turned it into JSON. Yeah. This one was complicated. This one was super easy. Yet another one where we don't have power? Wait, this is just like powers. Is there no powers in SQLite? What? What I'm learning from this excursion is that ASC problems become easy when turned into JSON. No, it's just like JSON gives you a convenient way to shuttle state between problems. And like almost all of my SQLite solutions involve like finding a state and then having a linear transformation of that state until the final answer and then spitting out the final answer. And I think I'm going to use JSON to do it for this one, but I'm just trying to see if there was something similar enough to what we did here that would help me. And I'm thinking the answer is not quite, or not really. This one might be similar. Yeah, see, this one we just used triggers again. I want to avoid triggers whenever possible because I know that they just suck ass. I mean, I can solve this problem with triggers. And like maybe it'll be fast enough, but I kind of doubt it. Like maybe we try and solve it with triggers and see what happens. Maybe we try and solve it with triggers and see what happens. Because it might, I mean, if 10,000 might succeed. I slept on my neck super funny last night. Okay, let's just try it with triggers. And when it doesn't work, then we'll do the fucking JSON nonsense. All right. Okay, so we're gonna do create table chords, x int y int, and then we really just need to go character by character. So we have yx rest. And we can start with what, 0, 0, this probably. Yeah. Case subster nn.rest 1 when char 10 then nn.y plus 1 else nn.y. That's the y position. Oh, I guess we also sort of want C here. Wait. Wait, I fucked this up. We kind of need to do the first character manually. Yeah. So we have the character. That makes this super awkward though. We actually only care about the ats. So maybe we do it that way. I want to generate a table that is just the x and y coordinates where there are ats. And the easiest way to do that is go character by character. but I only want to produce the, I guess we can just say, I guess we just say exists. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's try this. Part 1. What am I fidgeting with? A metal cube foldy thing. It folds and then folds and then folds. Continually folds. I know it's loud, it's kind of annoying. That's a keyword for reals this time. Okay, are these all the correct coordinates, or are they all off by 1? Did I do select YX here? I probably did. Yeah. What the fuck? Why? Oh, because sets aren't sorted. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Mr. Swanson now, and thank you for stopping by. Rattle and Mop says, I know you probably get this question a lot, but what keyword are you using? In fact, I get it so much that the chatbot responded to you immediately without me even having to do it. Amazing. But welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. What the fuck? Oh wait, no, there's lots of diff, and I was like, Yeah, this is backwards because of reasons. So we really need to be looking at the next character, so all of these are off by 1. So we sort of need to do this, maybe? Perfect. Oh, you didn't even see what I did. I changed this 0 to a -1, which is similar to our base case up here. So now we have all the coordinates parsed, which is great. And I'm gonna fill up my water, so I will be right back, and I will see you in a sec. All right, we are back. So now I want to create a table for the counts. I think what I'm going to do is create table this. How do you do a multi-insert? I don't even remember how insert works. sqlite, I should search on stream. Why am I not doing that? Do I have to run 10 inserts? I might have to run 10 inserts. Ew. Gross. Oh, as of SQLite 3.7. Neat. Neat. All right, -1, -1. not 0, 0. Probably doesn't support trailing commas. I did already do morning. I already did today's. Yeah, we're doing it in SQLite now. Error near parentheses. Oh, it's commas. No parentheses here. I forgot many commas. That perhaps is why. Probably not trailing comma. The two values were supplied. We can, oh. We can do this so we don't have that output. What do you mean? Two values were supplied. Oh, I forgot a comma. Okay. Okay, so now we can get our counts. So create table counts, x int, y int count, or n int. Let me write a select statement. Roboto says, have I hello today already? I think so. I believe so. But hello again. Hello, Roboto. All right, so what do we need to do? This should be chords.x. From chords. Inner join edge 8, inner join chords. A little self join. Group by. I think you can have expressions in group by. Yeah, that looks good. Insert into counts. And then for part 1, select count 1 from counts where counts dot n is less than 4. So that should give us part 1. Cool. Okay, part 1 is done. And now we see now we see whether we can do this with recursive triggers or not. Hey, what's up, Pyro? Hello. 5-stream streak, let's go! All right, we need to find We need to find all of these use recursive triggers? No way. Oh, with recursive. Shit. There it is. There's our fuckery. Okay, pragma, let's do this on the other panel. Oh, am I gonna rigor? This always breaks things. Okay, it didn't break anything this time. Nice. All right, pragma, recursive triggers equals on. We're getting into dangerous territory. Create table total and int insert into total value 0. Okay. Create temp trigger trig. After delete of, what is update of n? That must be a column in PC. It is. After delete on counts. After delete on counts. Begin. After delete. So the deletes have already happened. Let's see. Create trigger sqlite. After delete on so there's new, that's the update. What is the other? Is there an old? We can actually do this on update instead of on delete. Yeah. After update. After update of count on counts when new.count is less than 4. Yes, so we need to update total. I forget how. Set total dot n plus equals 1. I don't think you can write that. So increment the total. We need to update everything around it. We sort of need the same query. So we have select new.x plus dx, new.y plus dy. From adjacent 8, inner join chords as. I mean, we don't even have to do as chords too, but it makes it easier to just copy paste it. So these are the ones we need to decrement. But how? I could do an insert or replace. But is replace considered an update? Insert or update? Insert or update. Is insert or replace, but does it consider it an update? Maybe I just don't know how to write an update properly. Update table set this expression from. Ooh, I think that's where I want. From table or subquery where? Okay, so I think I want update counts set count equals count minus 1. Where x equals this and y equals that. Yeah, the railroad diagrams are super good. Super good. I think this is it. Oh, we never ran this on the large input. Fuck. Right, this suffers from the same problem as the original counter solution did. Which I think we can just get a workaround by, well, let's fix our part 1, since there's the bug that we had there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right. That's not how this works. Zero. Oh, because we need to trigger the first update. Update counts. I think this is just gonna look stupid. No such table count. Oh, it's n. Right? X, Y, n. Maybe it knows. What the fuck? Oh, because I have of count and it didn't complain that that doesn't exist. Super weird. Super weird. Surprised that wasn't an error. Mini Jagus, hello, hello. Yeah. Too many levels of trigger recursion. That's what I thought might happen. Oh, you know what? We don't ever delete the column. This is not the right number. This is not the right number. Fuck. Why? What do we end up with at the end? I think we can put just a select statement in here and it'll print. Maybe? No. What the fuck is this shit? Log to the event viewer. This doesn't look like it's for SQLite. This is for SQL Server. Yeah. Right. You can write a log table. Yeah. I did new.conf again. Cursed by that. No such table logs. It's because it is called log. Okay, so these are all the ones that get deleted. And there are not enough of them. So now we need to figure out why. We need to figure out which ones we're missing as well. Actually don't care about the counts, so maybe we'll get rid of that in the log. Okay, so now we should be able to do this. But we need to run it on the small input. And we see that we never delete these ones. Suspicioso. Sin621, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Oh, but we do see them down here. So this is just not sorted properly. Okay, so these are the ones that are missing. 1, 1, and 1, 2. One, 1 ends up with 4, and 1, 2 stays at 6. Interesting enough, but I feel like that's what it started with. No, it started with 7. Why, biddy? Welcome. How's it going? Super weird. Very weird. This feels right, but what the fuck, man? this is probably the buggy line, probably. Unless this n is garbage? No, it should be right. Const.x equals new x plus dx, const.y equals new y plus dy, which we already check is in coordinates. I actually don't think we need this at all. I don't think this does anything. No, I got rid of... What is there just an n here? What is the n from? Oh, headers. Yeah, I don't think this does anything. So then where are we missing an update? I still have this in here. Yeah, so we're still missing a lot of these. When does 1-1 get deleted? That might give us a hint as to what's going wrong here. It's the third round? I wonder if it's just like not serializing the results properly. Also, wait. I was like, why aren't there negative numbers here? It's a diff. Okay. We're gonna make a different log now. Oh. Still need this. Okay, so these are the deletions that occur. So how many times does 1-1 get decremented? One gets decremented 3 times. How many times was it actually here? 1-1 started at 6, so it should have been decremented 3 times. And should end up at 3 here. But we see that it's at 4. So perhaps recursive triggers are buggy. Kodakai, hello, hello. Keg is going to sleep. Sounds good, sounds good. I feel like this code is correct, but I think we've maybe found a bug in SQLite. Or there's like some ordering clause that's not working properly. Like I suspect we'll get a different set of outputs. Let's look at that. I suspect we'll get a different set of output if I order the adjacent 8 differently. We're back to so we're back to this. So if I adjust this table in some way, like I move these up here, do we get a different set of output? No. Huh. It's annoying. After update. Like, I wonder if I should make 2 tables and serialize the updates somehow. Because I think that's the problem. Like, that might work. Make 2 triggers? 1 trigger isn't working. Let's make 2 triggers. Yeah, let's see. Let's try that. We'll just make the log table our trigger table, I guess. Double trigger all the way across the sky. Too many levels of trigger recursion. What? Why? I mean, we did just double it, but usually that only happens if it infinite recurses. sqlite 3 recursion, trigger recursion limit. $1,000. Okay, well that's already telling me that we're never gonna succeed with part 2. So we should try a different approach. Which is, I guess, fine. I think I was going to come to that conclusion anyway. So we should try the JSON solution. We should try the JSON solution. Time to use the version before the limit policy. So 1 year we actually compiled SQLite with a different limit and got it to solve the problem. But I'm not satisfied with that anymore because I have more tools in the toolbox. So let's figure out how to make this work. Because the trigger is not going to work. But it was a cool idea. Let's work over here. Okay, so my idea is to use the same with recursive pattern, but transform this counts table into a JSON table, and then flip it in and out each iteration as we update. Maybe. But how do we turn this into JSON? There's the aggregates functions for aggregates. JSON group object. Name value returns a JSON object comprised of all name value pairs in the aggregation. So if I understand this correctly, yes, I do understand correctly. Okay. Okay. That's good. So we need to somehow find the minimum of the values of a JSON object. Vuten Ho, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. We can turn it into a table. JSON each. One row for each element. So if we do select oh wait, fuck, this didn't do what I wanted. I thought it was an aggregate function. It just made several objects. This doesn't work. That's not what I want. Fuck. JSON each at least does what I want. But how do I go from rows to JSON object? Do I have to manually build the JSON? I might have to manually build the JSON. Ugh. I might have to manually build the JSON. That's so fucking annoying. I think I have to manually build the JSON. Which means I'm gonna have to manually build it at each step, which tells me this is not a good idea. They come back for the deeply nested replace calls? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work at all. I don't think that's gonna work at all. That's tough. That's super tough. Can I think about this in a different way? Like, I always sort of wonder if the CTE can have more than one row in this first part and then search out from there. I don't even know. I don't even know how I want to structure this is the problem. Like, I really want a table that I can just pivot and unpivot. And I thought JSON object did that for me, but it doesn't. As we can see here. And I thought we could aggregate, like it says it's an aggregate, but it is not. Oh, unless I want, did I just use the wrong function? I think I just used the wrong function. Oh, okay, I'm just dumb, okay. Crisis averted. Okay. And if I do this, what do you mean? What? Parse error. The fuck you mean parse error? I guess double parentheses solves the day. Okay. So now how do I get all of the values? Or I really want to find the minimum value of all of the object. What is double arrow? The arrow returns JSON. Like I want to find all of the values of an object, but I don't know how to do that. Because it's not actually an array. What if I turn it into an array? What if instead of it being an object, it's an array? What if it's an array instead? So if I did JSON group array, JSON array. Yes. Yes. And then I actually don't even need the fucking weird string nonsense either. Okay, we're cooking, chat. This is coming together. We can store our intermediate state as this. We can turn it into a table. We can aggregate the shit we need to delete, and then we can turn it back into a table. I think. This where clause is the first part that's interesting though. So let's say that we have, I fucking hate when SQLite does that. Create table and then state. Insert into NN JSON array 1 2 3. Okay. Where, this is the tough part. Select count 1 from JSON each nn dot state. Oh, but we don't have a good way to say what this is because we just have an array. Oh, where value 2 is less than 4. Let's just start with this. Okay. Sick. Okay, if we update nn set state equals JSON array, we get nothing. Fuck yeah. Okay. Okay, we're cooking. We got our termination condition. Now I just need to do the complicated as fuck update. Let's just do select star. Okay, so now we need to figure out the total. We had the double arrow, so I think single arrow preserves it as a string and double arrow turns it into the actual type. So the first column is easy. nn.total plus this expression. The parentheses are super wrong here. This is better parentheses, I guess. So that's the total. And now we get to do the fucky part. We need to do some fun stuff. What's the best way to do this? Aggregate, probably. So let's say that we have fucking, I don't know. Update and let's okay, so that's what we start with. We need to somehow turn it into something else. So let's do select star. Okay, cool. That's us being able to pivot. Let's actually write this in a file. I don't think the parentheses are going to do anything. So just bogus values, but oh, I can't see it. All right. Bogus values, but I mostly just want to be able to show a single update where we pivot. We pivot this out, find the things to remove, and then pivot it back. That's gonna be a really fucking nasty, super nested, gross query, but it should be fine. Do I need parentheses? No such table NN. You what, mate? It's right here, bruh. Oh, there's a colon. Okay. Subquery time. We also need that adjacent 8 table. I guess we don't need to write this all as one big query yet. We can work on this query separately and then union it later. We're gonna have the chords table. This is so that we don't create bogus deletion lines. So this should give us the set of deletions to occur, which should just be this and a -1. Row value misused? What the fuck does that mean? Line 3. Do I not need parentheses? Yes. And what if we added another thing in here that was like 107? Why, you know? Oh, because this isn't up here as well. Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. So now we put this together. So we union all existing data, subtractions, and then we got to give these names. And then we can do select. Holy shit. Holy shit! It fucking works! Wolfred, hello, hello. How you doing? Well, 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 well. Indeed, indeed. Fuck, man. This looks like it works. Well, we have to do, what's the other thing called? JSON group array. I'm still here? Yes, I'm doing terrible things. Misuse of aggregate functions, some. Oh, because it's an aggregate and aggregate. We need another query. And we'll indent it properly later. Near from. Oh, row might be something special. We'll call it R. I mean, I forgot a semicolon at the end, but wait, what did I break? It was working before. Oh, we have an extra parenthesis there. That's what it was. And now we have a semicolon here. Message column R. What? Why are you strings? I mean, we can just do this, but why did it become strings? Hey man, you're doing better than I would writing this in SQL? I mean, I'm doing worse than everyone because this is fucking nonsense. I'm gonna put these on their own lines because, oh, also these should get capitalized. Because it's gonna get indented later and this will make it easier to read anyway. So one of the problems is we're just going to continually subtract more and more and more and more and more. So we actually need to say yeah, because this is gonna we need to actually kill all of the rows that don't have any values in them. Like so. I'm worried that if we delete two adjacent columns to each other, then things will go fucky. So what if we do 0, 1, 2 as well? Gotta add 0, 1 to here. Yeah, we end up with things that are out of bounds. We could just filter as a hack, because things should never go negative. But that doesn't feel like, that doesn't feel good. I did like this. Yeah, I mean, I can just say I could just do this. And I think this is our expression. Let's try it. Okay, so some of this has to change somewhere. I believe this just becomes nn.state, and then it might just work. You are hearing a fidget toy. Oh, we have different Kegsit. We have Kegsit. Kegsit went to sleep and now Kegsit is here. Welcome, welcome. You have huh. Interesting. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I think this is gonna work. At least from my little tests. But if it doesn't, we're about to get a really, oops, what did I just do? I did save on the chat window. If it doesn't work, we're gonna have a hell of a time debugging this. Even if we get a syntax error, the syntax errors are gonna be nonsense. Oh, we still have the old thing. We still have this. Like, what? Why? Why is it the way that it is? Bro. Holy shit! Holy shit! That's the right answer! I'm in the name with it sounding like Quicksate. Ah. Okay, so we have another viewer whose name is spelled like this, so that's why that's in my brain Kegsit, so that's why you became Kegsit. But Quicksate makes sense. Okay, let's run it on the big input, I guess. It should churn for a long time and gets the right answer. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is good and terrible. Because I've just unlocked so much power, chat. This has just made me way too powerful. Way too powerful. Okay, but it works, so so pretty terrifying, but also so cool. Can you see the fidget toy? Yeah. It's a metal cube that folds and then folds and then folds. I also have this fidget toy, which 3D printed thing that just kind of, normally it sits like that, and a bunch of Bestions. I also have this fidget toy, which is 2 cones. I guess we can go to here. 2 cones that slide in and out of each other. Unfortunately, oop, not this piece, this piece. Unfortunately, I've broken the tip from playing with it too much. I also have this one, which I haven't played with in a while. Balls that go around. You can rotate it as well, so it's pretty satisfying. And balls spin. I have a bubble wrap ball. I have I have the original fidget cube, the one from the Kickstarter before a million knockoffs were made. I have this guy, which I haven't played with in a while. He's very satisfying. It spins like this way. Also these spin, and like the gears you can play with, and like this way it spins differently. Very satisfying. I have my 2-key keyboard, which is not actually a fidget toy, but an actual functioning keyboard. But you can fidget with it like a fidget toy. What else do I have? I have a true fidget spinner. I have this guy, which is like a magnet folding thing that looks pretty. Oh, and I haven't played with it in a while because it's been far away on my desk, but it's magnetic and like the pieces fit together and it makes a cube. What else do I got? I have Mr. Forgy Stress Ball. He's really adorable. I have the lens cap to my camera that I also fidget with. But I haven't fidgeted with that in a while. I have another fidget spinner. This one has like bubble wrappy dealios. What the fuck else do I have? Oh, I mean, I have a bottle opener that I sometimes play with. I also have beer bottle caps that I play with. I got this as a meme for a video, but I have a Staples easy button. Oh, I have this one that's been hiding behind my monitor. It is a gear cube thing. Also very satisfying. I don't know why it's been hiding over there, but such is life, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. So quite a few of them. Too powerful. Wait, what is this click? Ah, hello? Good and terrible, yeah. That's kind of true. Okay, all right, cool. Git commit -m. Oh, I should also add these because this is kind of the inspiration. So let me do that first. Oh, we gotta get rid of the prints there. Cool. And then we gotta do part 2 as well. Do 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 do. Yeah, it is the button that I press faster than the GCP engineers. Do you just like fidget toys, or is there another reason you have so many? I will leave that one up to the interpretation of the viewer. Probably all of the answers you can think of are correct. Approach day 4. Heat map. That makes it sound like it's a real thing. I just made up a term. Adjacency counts. Yeah, sure. J4 and sqlite. Not what I want to do. That's why it's version controlled though. Sweet. I'm pretty sure this is what we copied over. So we can get rid of that. Awesome. Well, I think I've sufficiently brained for today. So I think we're gonna wrap up here. My name is Anthony. I upload educational content to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/anthonywritescode. Go subscribe there. Watch the videos there. If you missed any part of the stream, those go up on the second channel at anthonywritescode-vods. So if you want to find VODs, that's where they'll live. and join the Discord. That's where we hang out. That's where we announce streams, and there's a bunch of people there, and you can ask questions, and yeah, it's sort of fun chit chat place. But that is gonna wrap us up for today. Thank you all for stopping by, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow, because we're gonna be doing the next day of Advent of Code. Every day. But have a good one, chat. I'll see you around. Peace.